Hey, it's Coach Em here. As you know, I'm here to give you the tools and strategies to take your life to a whole new level. And today, I'm going to give you the 3 best ways to build your self-confidence quickly. Coming up. Before we dive into the 3 best ways to build your self-confidence, please hit that subscribe button for me down below so that you can get the best tips and tools to start creating the life that you really want. Imagine waking up each morning feeling pumped and excited about the life that you're creating for yourself. A life where you feel so confident in who you are, so confident about where you're headed, and you know exactly how to get there. These videos are designed to help you do just that, to get you to the point where you feel absolutely unstoppable. So hit that subscribe button for me. So here are the 3 best ways to increase your self-confidence quickly. Number 1, take the knife away from the toddler. Let's face it, the less evolved part of our brain, what I refer to as the old part of our brain, where your fight-flight response is very unreliable most of the time. It hasn't evolved much over the thousands of years, and it still treats everything as a potential threat. Basically, it hasn't evolved or matured enough to know a perceived threat from a real threat. Have you ever been in a situation where something happens and all of a sudden you find yourself having just a steady flow of negative thoughts? One right after the other, and you can't stop it. Like when you want to talk to that cute boy or girl that you have a crush on, but the old part of your brain keeps feeding you those thoughts, like they're going to think you're weird, or what would you even say that won't sound dumb, or what if they laugh at you, or look at you like you're a weirdo. You're not going to come across confident enough. You better choose your words wisely. You better not say anything at all. Has this ever happened to you before? If so, you're not alone. It happens to most of us at some point. In these types of situations, which happen a lot, it's as if your brain is a toddler running around in your head with a knife, wreaking havoc wherever it goes. And if you don't take the knife away from the toddler and teach the toddler not to play with knives, the toddler will remain in control. In other words, when you don't learn how to train your brain, then you're allowing your brain to control you instead of the other way around. We have to decide what we want to focus on, what thoughts we want to think, and what beliefs we want to hold on to. If we don't choose, then we're allowing the toddler to keep the knife and to keep damaging everything in its path. I have a powerful tool in the description down below that can help you catch your thoughts and change them, which is the only way we take the knife away from the toddler in our heads. Check out the tool below, and if you want more direct help learning how to use it, send me an email. My email address is linked in the description below as well. Number 2, throw away your measuring stick. Be honest with yourself. How much time and energy are you spending comparing yourself to others? Even if it's for the slightest, smallest thing, like how well you did on a test compared to your friend, or how much shorter or taller you are than others in your grade, or how much acne you have compared to all your other friends, or how everyone knows what college they want to go to and what career they want to have except you. This comparison thinking is keeping you from having the self-confidence that you really want. Only when you're willing to throw away the measuring stick and start zeroing in on your strengths, not your weaknesses, your strengths, will you then be able to feel confident. It starts with full acceptance of who you are, full acceptance of what you look like, what you can and can't do, what you have and have not accomplished. Full acceptance is seeing yourself for exactly who you are, not who you wish you could be. Oftentimes people think that full acceptance means an unwillingness to work on ourselves, to better ourselves. What's crazy is the only way to truly change anything about ourselves is by first having acceptance of it without judgment. It's the without judgment part that's the hardest part for most of us. When we're constantly measuring and judging ourselves against others, we set ourselves up to fail because we're striving for something externally to make us feel better about ourselves. And nothing on the outside can ever make us feel better and make us feel happy about ourselves. It's only when we decide to be okay with ourselves, to love and accept ourselves fully, that we then experience true happiness and true self-confidence. Just start focusing on you and being the best version of who you are. Once you let go of the measuring stick and start working on accepting yourself, you'll begin to feel more and more self-confident. Number 3, tweak the experiments until you reach the desired goal. A huge lack of self-confidence comes from our lack of self-trust. How many times have you told yourself you're going to do something, but then you don't follow through and you don't do it? If you're like most people, you've done this a lot. Maybe it's telling yourself that you're going to start eating healthier or studying more or making more friends. But every time that you don't do the goal that you've told yourself you're going to do, you lose self-confidence. It's because we're looking at goals all wrong. Goals are simply the result of our experiments. We just have to learn how to tweak and adapt our experiments to reach the goal. Self-confidence comes when we have small successes that we build over time. So the more successful you can be in reaching your goals, the more self-confidence you'll have. But it's all in how we approach achieving a goal that determines if we'll accomplish it or not. Meaning this: if you have a goal to make new friends, you have to narrow down that big goal into smaller goals, which we call experimental goals. These smaller goals should only be thought of as experiments. Basically something you'll try and see if it gets you closer to that bigger ultimate goal or not. So for instance, for making new friends, an experimental goal, which is that smaller goal, could be just smiling at people that you'd like to be friends with and see if they smile back at you. Then if you try it and they smile back at you, you'll make a note of it and move on to the next experimental goal. Maybe it would be paying the person a compliment, a sincere compliment of course, to see how the person responds, like whether they smile or say thank you or talk to you more. Again, all you're doing is making a note of it. Then you continue with another experimental goal. Basically, you're just observing each experimental goal to see if it helps you towards the bigger goal or if you need to try a different experimental goal. And that's it. If you look at your goals this way, then when an experimental goal doesn't work, it doesn't affect your self-confidence because you're not expecting all of those experimental goals to work. You're actually approaching the bigger goal with a more realistic trial and error viewpoint. And it removes the idea that every goal that you have should work out the way you expect it to. You're merely seeing how something you try plays out. You'll build more self-confidence just by trying the experimental goals. Again, your self-confidence increases based on the fact that you're doing something specific towards that bigger goal, not whether that experimental goal works out or not. It's all in how we choose to think about our goals. That either tears our confidence down or builds it up. So choose to see your goals as experimental. Think of them as mini experiments and keep tweaking the experiment until you get the results that you're after. So just to recap, if you want to build your self-confidence quickly, make sure to choose to take away the knife from the toddler. You have power over your brain. Don't let your brain have power over you. Again, I have a great tool in the description down below to help you learn how to gain control of your thoughts. Also, make sure you choose to throw away that measuring stick and learn to love and accept yourself completely. If you need help learning how to do this, send me an email. My email address is linked in the description below. And last but not least, choose to tweak your experiments until you reach your desired goal. Narrow down your big goal into smaller goals that you're going to experiment with to see if they lead you to the bigger goal or if you need to try something different. Don't tie your self-worth or self-esteem to any goal that you set for yourself. Instead, just keep trying new and different experimental goals until you achieve the final results that you want. Let me know in the comments down below if this was helpful. And if you'd like to see content on this channel for a specific topic that you're dealing with, please let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like it where I give you the tools to crush it and take your life to a whole new level, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click on the bell icon to get notified when I upload a new video. And I upload videos weekly. Just be you, be awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.